We will identify all numbered angles that are congruent to the given angle, justify your angle. So let's look at number 2. Remember in class I told you that you have two lines that are parallel, intersected by a transversal. And we know that angle 5 is equal to 78. And what's the reason? Your alternate interior angle theorem. We know that the measurement of angle 1 will be 78. And that's by definition of vertical angles. Remember that vertical angles are all congruent. We know that the measurement of angle 4 is equal to 102. Linear pair. Remember, we know that linear pairs are supplementary. We know that the measurement of angle 8 is equal to 102. And we can say same side interior theorem. Remember, they're going to be complementary. We know that the measurement of angle 2 is 102. Vertical definition of vertical angles. We know that angle 2 and angle 4 are congruent because they're vertical angles. The measurement of angle 6 is going to be 102. Definition of vertical angles. And then the measurement of angle 7 is going to be 678. And you can say definition of linear pair. We're going to find the missing angle measurements for number 4. And I'm going to give you the reasons here. So we have the measurement of angle 4 is equal to 67. And that's by definition of vertical angles. We know that the measurement of angle 3 is equal to 113. Why? Because we know that this angle here and this angle 3 form a linear pair. So we're going to write definition of linear pair. Remember, we know all linear pairs are supplementary. They share the same side. That's what makes it a linear pair. Now, with that in mind, we have the measurement of angle 5, which is also going to be 113. And that will be vertical angles. Remember that we know that all vertical angles are congruent. The measurement of angle 1 will be 113. Why? You know that corresponding angles are congruent if two lines are parallel cut by transversal. So this is corresponding angle theorem. So we've already found 1. We found the measurement of angle 3. We found the measurement of angle 4. We found the measurement of angle 5. Now we need the measurement of angle 2, which will be 67 degrees. And we're going to say alternate angle theorem. Why? Because they're congruent if two lines are parallel cut by transversal. For number 6, we're having to find the measurement of angle 1. And we got to find the measurement of angle 2. We have to justify our answers. We know that these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal. If that's true, which we know it's true, then we know that this angle and this angle are congruent. That's your alternate angle theorem, which means they're both going to be congruent if two lines are parallel cut by transversal. The measurement of angle 1 will be, of 2, 101. And that's definition of linear pair. You notice that angle 1 and angle 2 share the same side, and that's called definition, that's a linear pair. We know that a linear pair will form a straight angle, and we know they're supplementary, so we found the measurement of angle 2, which is 101. So we're going to find the measure of angle 2. Okay, so we know that this measurement here is 58. And we know that this measurement is 58 because its corresponding angles are congruent when we have two lines cut by a transversal. So to find the measurement of angle 2, the measurement of angle 2, it's going to be 180 minus 58. So in this case, it's going to be 122. Because this angle and this angle form a linear pair. And we know that linear pairs are going to be supplementary, so by definition. So the reason would be that they're a linear pair. And by definition, we know that a linear pair angles are going to be supplementary. We're going to use algebra to find x and y, then find the measure of each angle. I'm going to focus our attention on number 10. So number 10, we have two lines that are parallel, and we have a transversal. And all I did is I extended the two lines here. this angle and this angle, they will be supplementary. Why? Because they're the same side interior. So it's going to be 7x plus x over 2 is equal to 180 degrees. So we have 7x plus x over 2, and if you guys want to do this, it's 7.5x is equal to 180 degrees. And then on the left side, on the right side, you're going to go ahead and divide by 7.5. And I'm going to go ahead and do this on the calculator, or is it 7.5? So we have 180 divided by 7.5 is 24. So to find the angle measurement, it's going to be 24 divided by 2, which is 12 degrees. 7 times 24 gives you 168. And those are our angle measurements. We have 168 and 12. We know that this angle measurement and this angle measurement are supplementary. So you're going to have x plus 20 plus x plus 10. And if they're supplementary, it equals 180 degrees. So you have 2x, x plus x is 2x, plus 30 equals 180 degrees. Subtract 30 from both sides. So 30 minus 30 is 0, so 2x equals 150. Divide by 2. X is equal to 75. Okay. So now you're going to substitute into the equation. So this is going to be 95 degrees, and this is 85 degrees. Okay, this angle and this angle are congruent because these two lines are parallel and there's a transversal. So you see where the red angles are? And we know that y plus y minus 40, these two angles, and I'm going to go ahead and use a different color, blue. The blue angle and the red angle are going to be supplementary. So that's going to equal 180 degrees. So you're going to have 2y minus 40 degrees equals 180 degrees. You add 40 to both sides. So 8 plus 4 is 12. So it's 220. So 2y equals 220 divided by 2. Okay. 40 minus 40 is 0. You're left with 2y. 180 plus 40 gives you 220. So there's 110. So if this is 110, this is 70.